Hello and welcome, I'm CuddlyJay, and today we will be looking at a fun Longbow PvE budget build. This is super affordable, and if you just started the game, you can give this one a go. So let's get straight into it. So of course we have the Longbow here, and I went with the poison arrow. I like this because it just deals more damage over time. But if you really want to, you could try the multi-shot. This will knock back enemies and interrupt them if they're using, spells and all. So this one is really up to you and your type of gameplay. So personally though, I recommend the poisoned arrow. The next one you're going to go with is the frost shot. Basically, you're going to shoot this and it'll shoot you back, knock you back. I find it's pretty good in certain situations. In PvE, so let's say, a boss or something is attacking you with an AoE, you can get out of it quickly by using the frost shot. And then the next one is the rain of arrows. This is my favorite ability for the longbow. Honestly, it's probably my favorite ability for all of the bows in the entire game. I just love it. You shoot this and then a volley of arrows comes down and it deals a bunch of physical damage over a 5-meter radius. It slows too, by the way, but yeah, you're mainly doing it for the damage. Next thing I went with was slow poison. Every normal attack slows the targeted enemy by 10%. 40% versus mobs. Basically, if they're coming towards you, this slows them down, and it helps me get more damage in there with my autos and my other abilities. So we have the mercenary jacket, as you can see, and I went with bloodlust on this, and then I went with balanced mind, just so we can increase my damage, give me a bit of defense, and my healing cast. So when we pop the bloodlust, what you're going to do is pop this, and then you're going to use the rain of arrows. Once you do that, you're going to get all of your health back. It's very handy indeed. Next, we're going to go with these soldier boots. I like these because it's going to give us a bit more defense, but I like it because the rejuvenating sprint, as you can see, gives us a bunch of health back and move speed, so it can also help you get out of, tricky situations. By the way, the tier 5 ones here, you can just buy them. They're pretty cheap, so these are also budget as well. If you can't afford them, though, the tier 4s are available. Alright, so now we're at the assassin hood. The main reason we went with this is for this ability, meditation. Basically, you're going to meditate, and this will, increase your cooldown rate by 80% while channeling for up to 2.75 seconds. It's going to make all of your cooldown abilities go by way faster when you pop this. So let's say, for example, you've used all of them. Use this, it'll help you out big time. I then went with the balanced mind. This increases all your damage and healing cast by 1.5%. Finally, you have your cape. I went with this one, the Fatfoot cape, mainly because of the lightning here. So it releases a chain lightning at targeted enemies, which jumps closest between all of them and just deals more, AoE damage. Be careful with that, though, because sometimes you could shoot someone, and guess what? You've, aggroed like 5-6 enemies because of this cape. So, for your food and all, I went with the poison potion, just because it's cheap, and it's also, it poisons the enemies, so I got even more poison on them. And then I went with carrot soup as well. Honestly, these are just up to you, really. I can give you more recommendations, but we're on a budget here, so these are the two that I'm going to recommend to you. Overall, I hope you enjoyed this little PvE longbow build. It is a budget version, and I really hope you give it a shot. As I said, the poisoned arrow is more my kind of, cup of tea, but I love the rain of arrows, and I hope there are many others out there who also like this ability, because in my opinion, it feels great, it looks great, and it does quite a bit of damage. So, if you did enjoy the video, if it helps you, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in another one.